Hello everyone watching on YouTube, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XVI for the Rising Tide DLC. It has just been released. I'm streaming on a Thursday. Curse you, Square Enix, for releasing all your stuff on Thursdays in the past few years for some reason. But we're going to be doing the Rising Tide DLC today. I am super pumped because I love Leviathan, and the Eikon fights are like some of the best parts of all of FF16, so I'm really looking forward to fighting Leviathan and seeing what story stuff they have going on. So we're gonna load the game, and I was actually looking at this right before stream. I should have checked earlier, but as you can see, I have some Final Fantasy difficulty save files because I platinumed the game on my own time, which required beating the game on Final Fantasy mode. We're not going to use those save files because I haven't done all the side quests on them. I rushed the main story so that I could get the trophy that I was going for. So we actually need to load up one of these, I think? One of the ones with the star on it. No, not the star on it? Yeah, the star on it. Back to their origin complete. I think I need one of these. So let's load this save file. The Rising Tide questline. Cool. A new questline, The Rising Tide, is now available by inspecting the reading table in Clyde's hideaway chamber. Perfect. That's what I want. We're just here for the Rising Tide. This save file, actually, I don't know, now that I think about it. This save file might not have been the one that I beat the Echoes of the Fallen on, now that I think about it. Tired of having to manually adjust your iconic ability sets each time you want to use different abilities? Did you know you can register up to 5 sets of abilities via the gear tab? Oh, that's a cool addition. That's neat. I'm good with what I've got, though. Heaven's Cloud, Diamond Dust. I have not touched FF16 since I got my Platinum Trophy, and I think I got my Platinum Trophy literally like a week or two after I did the Echoes of the Fallen DLC. So I have not played the game in like 4 months, 3 months, something like that. So I'm definitely going to be rusty out the gate here. Heatwave, Judgment Bolt. Yeah, this is my normal setup. Garuda, Odin, and Bahamut. Yeah. So this should be fine. And then I don't think this is my... Here's his ability, cooldown time and restore small HP when doing a precision dodge. Is this my Omega weapon? Yeah, I think this is. I think this save file is the, I think this is the one that we beat whatchamacallit in, right? Because this is the assailment bit is from the Echoes of the Fallen DLC. I was afraid that I had accidentally lost that save file when doing my Final Fantasy, Platinum Trophy grind, but it looks like we have all the stuff from the Echoes of the Fallen DLC, and I think that means the side quest is done. I was worried I was going to load up the game and it was going to be like, hey, do you want to do Echoes of the Fallen because you haven't done that side quest yet because you're using the wrong save file? But it looks like we're good to go. So, very pog. Welcome everyone in chat. Good to have you here. But let's just get into it. Let's get started. I'm excited for the Rising Tide DLC because Final Fantasy XVI is fantastic. Unmarked. Sid, I shall not waste time mincing words. Leviathan's dominant is in need of rescue, and despite my innumerable misgivings about joining hands with an outlaw of the highest disrepute, the dame has assured me that there is none better suited to the task at hand. I dare not reveal more for fear this missive could fall into the wrong hands, but if what little I have penned here has kindled your interest, I bid you journey to the Vale in Northreach and inquire with one Layla. She will surely see you satisfied. Let's do it.
Leviathan the Lost. But why now? After all this time.
Why, what now?
Oh, I'm not sure you'd believe me if I told you.
After all we've been through. I doubt there's anything that could surprise me at this point.
All right then. Rouse Joshua and meet me in the mess. We'll talk there.
Let's go. Pog champion.
I see we're all here.
So, what is it this time?
I'm not sure yet. The letter delivered to my chambers omitted a few crucial details.
Do we know its provenance?
That was one of the details it omitted. But whoever the sender was, it seems the dame held them in high enough regard to point them in our direction.
The dame? Well, Oh, she's not one to waste our time. It must be important.
Important might be an understatement. If the letter is to be believed, Leviathan's dominant is in danger. And someone wants us to save him.
Leviathan?
So the Warden of Water has finally returned. What has it been? 100 years?
More. The Lost moniker dates back at least that long. Even our venerable lawsman would not have been so much as a glint in his father's eye when last the mighty serpent brought his crushing waves to bear upon the realm.
But why the gap? I know it can be a few years before a new dominant's born. But over a century?
Should the dominant of Water's bloodline have been severed somehow, it could have prevented a new dominant from awakening.
But if one has awakened now, he couldn't have chosen a worse time. Every nation in the realm has lost its dominant. If word gets out that there is still one to be had, they will stop at nothing to claim it for their own.
And the twins will be at war again, just when humanity most needs to come together. Did the letter say anything else?
Only that if I wish to know more, we must meet in person. And that the Veil can arrange a meeting.
If nothing else, you can be certain it ain't a trap.
Famous last words. I'm coming with you.
As am I.
Thank you. Both of you. And Otto?
Yeah. I'll keep an eye on things here. Didn't fancy coming anyway.
Thank you. I shall leave the Invincible in your capable hands.
The Rising Tide. Quest accepted. Let's go, chat. So we're off to Northreach, the calm before the storm. Find again what was lost. Quest destinations for the Rising Tide are indicated with that marker. After accepting the quest, current objectives are displayed in the to-do list on the right-hand side of the screen. These will temporarily replace main scenario objectives. If you wish to restore main scenario objectives to the to-do list, you can do so. Yeah, I don't care. I've already finished the main story and all. All right. Now, I believe that the DLC was advertised as having roughly 10 hours, give or take. I usually play games a little bit faster than the average gamer, I feel like. So I am interested in how long this is going to take us. I'm kind of hoping I can get it done in about 3 streams because I have 3 streams worth of being able to do this before I leave for PopCon next week, I think. So it would be pretty sick if we had a 10-ish hour DLC here that could last 3 streams. I'd be pretty down with that, not gonna lie. Quest destination nearby.
Looks like you've got first.
All right, Layla, where are you? You over here where the dame normally is? Sure enough.
Fancy a peek behind the veil, my lord?
I'm looking for a Layla.
You found one. So, will your friends be joining in? Or just watching?
We're not here for your services. We simply want to talk.
What you do with your time is up to you. The price is still the same.
We're here about the letter.
Oh, sorry. I suppose you'll be wanting to know who wrote it then.
Among other things.
Look, I'm just the messenger here. There's only so much I can tell you.
Specifically?
A location, north of town, on the shore of Isle of Feist Bay. There you'll find a tent and the woman who can answer your questions.
And that's all. Nothing else.
Actually, one thing. There's more than flowers in the meadows these days. So keep that sword of yours to hand.
Man, I'm gonna get absolutely bodied in whatever first fight we get into because I have
Does
not played the
anyone else
game in
think
like
it's
4 months.
strange that this woman should prefer to keep to the outskirts of town?
Not if she realizes the value of the information she's party to.
And the danger it puts her in.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Don't worry. Can you leave town over this way? I think you have to go north to leave town. Or no, we can get out right here, it looks like.
The Duke has pledged to work with
Yeah,
the people
perfect.
of North
Excuse me, pardon me, coming through. Look at that over there in the distance. That looks pretty. We could call our Chocobo, but also I've already made it, so I think we're fine. Hello!
The tent is where Layla said it would be.
Yes, but who awaits us inside?
It's a ghost! There's no one here.
It's empty. Why am I not surprised?
Have we been bamboozled? Well, there's a boat.
A boat. No prizes for guessing who that belongs to.
Well, then I won't guess. Is Final Fantasy XVI good? Yes, it's very good. I would recommend it. It is a good video game.
The embers are still warm.
So you're Sid.
I suppose I must be. Which means you have me at a disadvantage.
Apologies. I am Shula, tributary of Mysidia, final haven of the Motes of Water.
Those were some words.
The motes of water.
The very tribe into which it was believed Leviathan's dominant was born. A people notable for their sapphire eyes and ivory hair. Yes, that would be impossible, since the tribe famously...
Vanished. Was exterminated. Despite the best efforts of both church and state, we are still very much alive. Though we've managed to keep that fact hidden from good Krieger's faithful for over a century.
Along with Leviathan's dominant.
That wave out there. What do you know of it?
The surge. Only that it's been there a long time.
Since the fall of Drake's Eye almost a century ago. Some claim the two are connected, but none can speak with any certainty.
So in other words, you know nothing. Not that I'll hold it against you. The wave was raised by Leviathan in an act of rage. Moments before the waters were stayed, and the Eikon and its dominant bound within.
And you want us to?
Rescue him. Yes. You see, a little bird told me about a certain outlaw with a singular knack for putting unruly dominants in their place. And ours is about as unruly as they get. For years, we've searched for someone who could hold their own against an Eikon. Someone just like you. So what do you say? Will you help us?
What exactly did your dominant do to warrant this punishment?
What did he do? He committed the greatest crime one of his kind can. He was born. But he deserves a better fate than the one my people forced upon him. He deserves to be free.
As do we all. Very well. Far-fetched though your tale may seem, something tells me you speak in earnest. So we will do what we can for your dominant. But first, you will tell us everything you know about him and the means of his imprisonment.
I can do better than that. I can show you. Care to take a trip across the bay? My people await you there.
Lead the way.
I got nothing better to do. Shadow, welcome to stream. Thanks for the content over the years. Thanks for watching. Glad you enjoyed it. All right, lads, we're going over the water. All right, we've got a whole new area to check out over here. The Lost Cloak. If you manage to navigate the cloak's narrow mountaintop pass without plummeting to your death, you will be rewarded with a breathtaking view of blighted wasteland stretching from the Olafist Bay to the Sea of Grace. Let's get it.
All right, you might want to hold on to something. We're coming up on the wall, and passing through can take a bit of getting used to.
I don't see any wall.
Of course you don't. That's the point. It's a glamour woven by our ancestors to keep our village hidden from prying eyes. But don't take my word for it. Watch.
That was worse than a slug of Bacchus wine.
Clive, the sky.
It's blue, but how is that possible?
You do know what a glamour is, don't you? Ours just happens to work both ways, and a good thing too. I wouldn't fancy staring at those sickly clouds every day.
Roll credits.
And that concludes our little voyage. We're here.
Was that the end of the DLC? It's concluded now? Well worth the $20.
It's a long slog to the village, and a hard one. I hope you're up for a climb.
I'm a climbing champion, I'll have you know. #1 in Climathon, Nevada, 3 years running. I don't know why I said Nevada.
Finally.
Oh, that was the easiest climb of my life.
You didn't think we'd arrived, did you? The village isn't up here. It's on the other side of the mountain.
Of course it is.